Prepper back here. I showed you some of the finished tile on the tub work, finishing the tub there, but I didn't actually show you the tile installation. When I was working on that, the mud was drying kind of quick, the mortar that I put behind it, so I was working pretty quick, and I'd mixed up two larger batches. Had a bag of mortar, regular size, and I'd mixed the first time the full bag, which was way too much. I threw away about 3/4 of it, and then I mixed half a bag after that, and still ended up throwing probably a half or more away. And so now I'm down to mixing 1/3 of a bag. So this seems to be working pretty well. And I'm back up here a different weekend here during Thanksgiving, and stuff doesn't seem to be drying quite as quick. I'm having a little bit more time to do videoing, and I didn't have the time to show in the bathroom. But the process here is the same. What I basically do is I have a bag of mud. You can see here, and I got a trowel. I just take the mud on the trowel and put it on the wall like that, and I got some already spread out on there, as you can see. I've been working my way around here, and then you need to have one of these, what they call a notch trowel. And this is a 1/4" notch trowel, and it's got two sides, the end for smaller areas and the side here for larger areas. You just simply draw that across. I'm going to start at the bottom so I have less droppage. I'm working here behind what would be behind the range. And that leaves, you can work that a little bit to make sure it adheres. The main thing, make sure that adheres to what's behind it and not let it skin over before you get your tile on there. Then it's just a matter of grabbing a tile. We're using these white ones. And I'm going to have to line this up now because, as you can see here, this is a little bit tricky behind the range. I've let this get a little bit harder towards the end. Hopefully it'll stay up there where I want it, or I may have put this cardboard under it. So I'm going to just kind of guess the height on that. They're pretty good. I'm probably going to finish this row out, maybe a little bit. I guess I can get one more row there. We got this decorative band that goes in the middle, and this comes in sheets that are like this with 12 rows, and they're about 14 inches long. But you cut them in half, and you get two pieces that interlock together then, like this, and so they go farther that way. And what I do is I just line this up here, and you see where I put the little tabs there. I don't know if I'll be able to do that once I get out over here, but let me put this down. I thought I had my tripod here with me, but I couldn't find it, so I'm working one-handed again here. So let me get these in place, but just a matter of pressing it up, and I'll show you some tricks with it. Okay, I got that up there in place, and what I'm using then is a sponge trowel that you use for the grout. And I'm just pressing that in just to make sure every piece of those decorative tiles, because they're so small pieces, it's hard to get them all in there. Now, I didn't put anything underneath. I'm going to use this to pull it up just a little bit if I can, so it doesn't run downhill. All right, so now I got to cut a piece across the top, probably a couple pieces I'll make there, and I'll come back with those. Okay, I'm out here by the saw. I got my marks on that. What I did is just held this up here, because what I need is this bottom part of it. So you hold it upside down and get your mark there, and that gives you what you need to keep. What I always do is I put an X on here to mark what's going to be thrown away on these two. Then I'm going to mark my line here with a straight edge. I just use another piece of tile for that. Didn't need a mark on the other end because this has that decoration on the back, and I can use it to make sure I keep it straight. So I'm going to do that on both these tiles. Mark me a line. I'm using a magic marker. I found magic marker doesn't wash away with a sweat saw, so I've been using a magic marker. I usually cut on the back side if I can. Doesn't matter, but that way if I have any line left, it doesn't show on the other side. Okay, I got my two lines marked on there, and I marked what's thrown away. I'm throwing away more than I'm keeping on these, but that's sometimes the way it goes. And what I do here is I got a wet saw, and it's just a inexpensive one I bought at, I believe it was Home Depot, and I just bought the cheap one. They have a more expensive one. This one's a little over $100 if I remember right, but it works real well. It has a diamond blade on it, and I've been real happy with it. It has an extension. This thing extends out here if you need it for a bigger tile, but I like, because I can cut pieces on here real easy, and anything I have to cut out that has a shape, a heart on it, I got a diamond bit in my skill saw here. which has been working really good for any odd shapes I need to cut out for outlets and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm gonna get these cut and put these in place, and that's how you do the tile. I'll show you a little bit when I get to the shower. I do have a little bit left in there, and I'll show you how to back butter here in a little bit as soon as I get the rest of this put up on the backsplash in the kitchen.